Okay, so where do we start? We need to ask questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but we can't arouse suspicion. Oh, looks like... So tired. I don't feel rested at all. How come... Weak! Oh, Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as F. Oh, good idea! Wait for yellow... Yeah, well, the travel... Yeah, if the Oh, no, it's just... The traveler really wanted... Well, so we went... White fur. We went so many... Snowy mountain! Coals. Orange fur come with... Would we have to walk there? As long as... Hey, it's not like the... Oh, we should get out of your fur... hair, then. Good luck, everyone! Bye, White Fur. Bye, Yellow Fur. Come back and play! Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? Oh yeah, totally! It was... Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on... Okay, so maybe... Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team show...
Time to go. Time to go.
Are you
Into the wind.
here to play with me? Rain outlines your transfixed. The barrier. Resistance. Shine.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Ad Astra. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Time to go.
Witness the power.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Go!
Rain cutter. Overruled. This is where you fall.
Bombs away!
Rain outlines your face.
One with nature.
Let me weave you a verse.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Transfixed!
The wind knows me.
Let's light it up! I let my guard down. Witness my rise. Witness the power of Buat. I'm going in!
One with nature.
Overruled.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare. Everybody stand back!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows me.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my soul. This is where you fall. Transfixed.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
As one with wind and cloud.
moon!
Into the wind.
Someone. As a good knight should.
Witness the power of good!
The wind knows me.
Overruled!
Time to go. Into the wind.
Body and mind.
Clouds high. The birds come.
I must leave no.
Transfixed!
Time to go.
This is where I fall. Lake bare.
Leave it all to me.
No, my sword!
One with nature. Into the wind.
Rain cutter! No, my sword! Overruled!
one with wind and cloud.
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Laid bare. Witness the power of everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
The wind knows me.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate.
Leave it all to me.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your... Let me weave you a bird. Transfixed! Witness my rise! Overruled! No, my sword!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature.
As a good knight should.
Into the wind.
Witness the power of... Laid bare.
One with nature.
Rain outlines your fate. Overruled. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare. Rain cutter.
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Steady as stone. As a dutiful maid would.
Overruled.
Time to go.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Time to go.
Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy behind your game. Is now a good time? Feel a soft bee?
Oh, Boss can explain that one. Boss and Shosei were up super late last night coming up with ideas. And he's back at it this morning, as energetic as ever. Boss is the best!
Time for an interview. Into you? Hold on! You can't just ask a simple question. We'd love to learn more about your design approach and strategic vision. What will be the project's main draw, and how will it deliver emotional value to your players? Impressive!
Nice.
Fixer is a... Whoa, not a single...
Yes, Boss Toma!
Well, Toma's answers were all very jet. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, so we're back at square one.
Huh? White fur and yellow fur are here early!
You're here alone?
Don't know about great yokai, but
Soul Lady? Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us? Kokumi! A little warning next time!
Kyobu-Koban is a criminal?
No, of course not!
In the clear. Good.
What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki.
Hello, traveler. Fine.
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in.
Just like that, you let down your guard. And all it took was for me to wear her face.
The culprit? It's you!
Oh, greedy little thing. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
Oh, can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running. Investigated the Shogunate officials' nightmares.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked... You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams. Mizuki really cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai. It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years. You know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your mouth Well, enough about the past.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right?
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disgust, what we need is to create reasonable doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival, it is an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival. Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God...
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time Another day of hard work. Where did the time go? Huh? When did A get ahead of us? Let's catch up.
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign! Welcome. Welcome.
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
You must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryo Commission.
Oh?
What are you looking at, A?
The food offerings. Although this vendor seems... Working? I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of dango milk.
Right away.
3 orders? So Paimon gets one too?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere. Indeed. The Mikawa Flower Festival. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, Mizuki!
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumeku Ippaku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask, want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me?
Really? Yes, let's go!
Well, game development isn't easy. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all. So I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right, Traveler?
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing.
Aw, that's too bad.
I almost forgot. Miko wanted to talk to you, Traveler.
Oh? Well, why don't...
Almighty Shogun, your dango milk is ready.
Oh,
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges. All right, now we can talk freely. I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Exactly. I've witnessed a lot of cases where, until their emotions become so heavy, even humans, yokai, and archons, it's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help. Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of dango milk already!
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon.
Huh? You're not coming? Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up. What makes you say that? If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more. As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue. Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally that person should be me. What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will. What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko. You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? Persistent indeed. Very well. As you proposed, we shall set out.
Time to go. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Time to go.
Lee, you people must have iron stomachs.
She and Piero were the first harbingers I became acquainted with. Her prideful attitude when she first visited the House of the Hearth failed.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Time to go.
Well, shall we head out? All right, no reason to delay. Steam replete with the scent of orchid. Yes, there are royal hot. When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Ki... What makes you say that? Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces. Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. And every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them. Yes. I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi, and no need. If necessary, well, it's about...
Before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea?
Hey!
Ah, nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relax.
So who...
I guess...
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intention.
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past. and I did not want to interfere with the investigation. If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Hmm?
Help! Help me!
Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out. Oh no! Someone's unconscious!
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
What's going on? Almighty Shogun?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
Shogun,
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you. Just...
I almost fainted again just now. Yes. I was on my way to your restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree. It was hard to make out their appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. So I tried to get a closer look in the moonlight. And it was me! In that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock. I don't remember anything after that.
A doppelganger in Inazuma City. But we only detected traces of the nightmare around Mount Yogo.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo too! Could it be the work of some terrible yokai?
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
Okay.
The situation is getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a random street in Inazuma City...
On the bright side, the victim seems okay this time.
Bad news, Shogun!
A Tenryo Commission official? What's wrong?
Another victim! At the festival! Kappa is trapped in a nightmare!
What?
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness the attack?
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the ground. Oh, it must be some terrible yoga.
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare.
The yokai! Kappa! Oh, please don't die!
No, it was I who underestimated the enemy. Sarah, what is the status of the other contestants and staff? Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Festival is...
Wait,
What is it, Miko?
you're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare? Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoin could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
Kappa is made of wood?
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird. It's a Bakedanaki tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tetsunosuke?
They're getting away!
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
And leave you two by yourselves? That's not the Tanuki way!
No fighting! Let's go!
Bakedanaki! Those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them! Paimon's had enough of these things! What even are they? More Bakedanaki tricks?
Nothing's working! The human...
Little rascals! Stop running!
You wish!
Transform! Stupid humans won't be... You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm up on fire.
Ouch! Transform!
They're gone again! Oh, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or... Oh!
Ichiro, protect us!
Save us, Tsukumo! We're almost rid of them.
Ah! A Tengu! Tengu was flying.
Tengu, why are you helping the humans?
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans. Shogun sent people to steal our land.
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home.
And the Mikawa Flower Festival. Shogun is making yokai serve the humans.
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Shogun even forced Great Baku yokai to work all night.
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
Stay back! Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
No need. I know what's wrong. They're trapped in a nightmare.
What are you doing? Trying to put Tetsunosuke to work?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement? These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but that is their reality right now. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die before serving you!
Truly?
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere.
How long have we been hiding?
No idea.
Shh, quiet!
This is a fine piece of land.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the Festival for Humans, and...
The Festival for Humans, and humans alone.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right?
No.
Quiet, or they'll catch us. What? What is that?
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here! Hold on! We're coming!
The yokai
and the humans are... The same thing happened.
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
This...
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Flower Festival, Boss Tama...
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home. What do we do? We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival. We scare the humans away and then they won't come.
But how do we get into the festival?
Boss Toma is the best!
How about we turn into those 3 yokai?
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
Where are we?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Humans! And a bunch of yokai! The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna...
Oh, that explains all the Boss Toma this and Boss Toma that. Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should... Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is heck...
Based on your description, Traveler, it's
the protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Heizo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved.
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues need to sleep? Shogun! I bow before thee. No, wait, shoot, I'm still a statue. What should I...
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a nakuweed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two, Yashiori Island style.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune!
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Ioroi! The humans really did kill you! Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not dead!
Not dead? The kitsune spoke the truth? This smell is Ioroi! Ioroi is alive? Ioroi? The humans really did seal you away!
Wait, this must be Kinkaku, and Tetsunosuke! You weren't sealed away?
When the humans, Kamuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker. So we decided to escape the human just as the great Baketanuki Tsukumo taught us, by digging a hole in the ground!
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power! It was the will of the great Bake Tanuki Kiichiro made manifest!
It restored our power! And then we made the human go, oh, oh, ching, chung, yeah, yeah, ha, ha.
Oh, and by ting tune, yeah, you mean?
We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't actually beat him up at all?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? The reason the Bake Danuki are so afraid of humans? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the Bake Danuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans tried to take our land.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question. Whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement, a peaceful resolution was always the goal.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the humans said back then, isn't it?
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Ginkaku Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad. Yellowfur over there helped me a great deal, you know.
Besides, the Bake Danuki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Ioroi? It's a thief? Ioroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes...
Now you know. Nope.
So...
500?
It was a 500... Hey, my game of hide-and-seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a Bake Danuki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tigerbite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that name. Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality. The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself. I suspect that is when the horn in question was buried there.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bake Danuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chiyo's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a jibakure. An earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appeared intermittently and never outside of Mount Yogo.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand? Attacked.
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chiyo set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated, and an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bake Danuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bake Danuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along with it?
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... oh, no. A 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their extensive travels.
Well, Oh! Yes. During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most logical option is to get rid of the nightmare itself.
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot eradicate the nightmares directly, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere!
Maybe they're hiding us trees? Or the wind?
Fools! The kitsune is clearly referring to the Bakedanuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses. If we want to give the Bakedanuki an opportunity to strike, I assume you have a plan, Miko?
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh, She just usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have two formidable warriors on our side. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat. I'm sure the two of you can buy us some time.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness, then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. An enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
So, if we want to lure it out...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plain of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start...
Looks like an all-nighter.
Well, this was your...
And in a surprise...
The wind knows me.
Transfix!
This is where you fall.
Time to go. Into the wind. One with nature. Into the wind. Time to go. Follow the wind. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. The wind knows me. A fateful offering. Time to go. Time to go.
Witness the power of God.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Blades bend over.
Yes. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? One with nature.
No, my sword! Transfixed!
You're the fairy? Finally, my blade! You're the fairy?
Time to go.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commission.
The wind knows me. Laid bare.
Everlasting as the moon!
Here to play with me.
Into the wind.
Let me weave your burden.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
That's what I said. So can you stop copying me, please?
Time to go. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Time to go. Time to go.
Body and mind. Overruled.
Time to go.
Yes, mein Fräulein. Not only do your retainers and they regard it as no... Alas.
Oh, it's you, fish... Your Highness, the Princessin. Please, bestow upon us some Mora.
Mein Fräulein fears that the temptations of Mora would lead you...
That's right. Huh? What?
Fear not, Paimon. Mein Fräulein is not ill, merely using her power.
Really? Completely purged?
That is precisely mein Fräulein.
Not even one? Hey, why are you all looking at It was a joke! Right! And it's so nice to... And what's that? Wow! That sounds super impressive. But what is it exactly?
Simply put, it is a tome that can translate mein Fräulein's speech, yes. But please be aware that using anything other than its official title is quite disrespectful. It is formally named the Heilige Edikta der Verurteilung. We will have to make sure that this is noted in the revised version.
Wait a minute! So the book actually exists?
Mein Fräulein means to say that she will let you see the book once editing is complete.
Wow! That's so nice of you, official.
What mein Fräulein means to say is, will be done soon. My apologies. Allow me to rephrase.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. I know. I understand your concerns. Just... one more thing. Thank you.
All right, it's finally time for the festival. Hopefully.
Remarkably efficient, Ayato.
Oh, you're all here. Well, it's a relief to have you all.
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, you need to select the best game later tonight. Most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should check in with A.
One with nature.
Ah, it's you. Before battle, it is imperative to calm the mind. If you have unfinished business, see to that now. Then, come back. Since leaving the plane of Euthymia, no, it is only natural that I have come to realize I will not unleash Muso no Hitotachi this time, using illusion against illusion, dream against nightmare. The ultimate success of this plan .
Did we do it?
The Arataki gang rule!
Prepare yourself, traveler. All right, follow me. To think, there would be a day when we would fight in the plain of Euthymia, side by side. Be on your guard, traveler. An end to this illusion.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
We have the advantage. Time to strike.
Shatter the night.
Unmask it all.
With your might, when illusions fall.
An end to this illusion. lend you my power. I grant you the Shogun's blessing. We have the advantage. Time to strike.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
Shatter the night, unmask it all!
With your might, let illusions fall.
Wake up! Wake up! Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama! Are you okay?
We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast.
Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal.
A nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.
For many of us, I'm sure the last few days have seen unforgettable levels of stress and fatigue. But for now, I hope we can put the past behind us and enjoy a night of pure, unadulterated fun. Now, before we kick things off, our representative will announce the award for Best Game.
Woohoo! We won?
It's real, all right. The winning team will take home a sum. In addition, our special guest has the honor of...
This special award recognizes the team with the most immersive game. And that goes to the creators of the horror game, The Doppelganger Incident. Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke.
Huh? Oh, so it was a horror game all along! I really thought I'd seen a ghost.
Wow, that takes immersive to a whole new level. Bakedanuki are something else.
I present you this award in the name of the Narukami Ogosho, and I promise you this. No human shall infringe on your peace without cause.
Shogun, is the best!
Shogun is the best!
The whole purpose of the investigation was to avoid disturbing yokai territory. Besides, the world is a big place. Humans, yokai, there's more than enough room for all of us.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.